God's plan. God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't. Yeah. I feel good.
Jay Williams, let's live life. Lost my voice again, so bear with me. First and foremost, man, it's gonna be a little bumpy ride for a minute till I pull over the park. But I like to thank all the feedback I got on the video I put up the other day. I took the video down. You know, I'm human. I go through things like everybody else. The difference is that I'm still trying to learn how to fully, deal with things the right way. And I say the right way, I mean in a manner that, doesn't bring conflict or drama or trouble for me, myself, anyone else. And I'm working on that. Like I said, first and foremost, thank you, man. Thank you to everybody that reached out, that had something nice to say, kind words. Always very encouraging, man. So, I don't really even know where I'm going with this, man. I guess it's pretty much, I had to sit and do some soul searching and try to dig a little deeper into who I was, man, and why I am the way I am. And it brought me up on a serious question, which is can we change? Like, after everything a person's been through in life, everything a person has dealt with, seen, witnessed, or played a part in, can we change? And the answer is yes. We can change, because I have changed. That's obvious. I have changed. Some people, no. I don't believe that some people can change. There's certain people that are, for whatever reason, they're sick, twisted, and you can't fix that. You can't fix a child molester. You can't fix a rapist. That's somebody that's just, their wiring's all screwed up. They're never going to be normal. Career criminal, somebody that, been in trouble on and off throughout their life. Those type of people, like that was me, they can be reformed. There is, reform for those type of situations. Like I said, when it comes to the weirdos of the world that, are attracted to little girls and little boys, or get a power trip from taking something from a woman, there's no fixing those guys, man. That is I don't even know if you classify it as a sickness or what you call it. I just best say it by saying that they're just wired wrong. You can't rewire someone like that. That's all fucked up in the head that way, How do you change? I think change is different for all of us, man. But it all starts with the idea. It all starts with wanting to change, wanting more than what you've got, wanting more than what you've had, and just being sick and tired, just fed up with how things have been, what you're used to, the things that put you in the situation that you're in. Once you've truly had enough of that, and when I say had enough, all right, I don't have not one more second of my life to waste on this negative type stuff. Once you reach that point, you're there. That's when you have to, officially start working on yourself. My biggest fear has been, and I think it always will be my temper. I'm not a guy that beats on women, or, I don't even spank my son. But the fact of the matter is I do have a temper that, I'm working on, man. I'm working on daily, getting a hold of and controlling, and I will. I was trying to look towards things to compare it to, and I guess it's almost like the Hawk, man. That was the one thing that I could think of that I could relate to when it comes to how my temper is. And having that thought, something else came across my mind, and it was the whole matter of how he knows what's going to happen when he gets angry. Hawk knows that, if you make him angry, he's going to turn into the Hawk. And he always tells people, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. He pretty much tries to stop it from happening. He knows what it takes to trigger him, and he knows what's going to happen once he's triggered. That is where I have been failing, is I know what things trigger me. I know what happens when I'm triggered. just not, fully removing myself from the situation. However it takes me to remove myself, that is what I've got to do. When I see myself on the verge of, going there again or losing my cool, I've got to immediately pull away. Not, spend one more second with one more word. None of that. I've got to go. And I hope for the people that love me and that know me and respect me and, care for me, I hope that when they hear that, they understand what I'm saying. So if something should ever occur in the future, and without a word, I just go get in my car and I just drive off until I clear my head. Please don't take it as, being disrespectful or rude. That is my way of ensuring that nothing bad happens to me or anyone else. It's not that I don't care enough to argue or debate. There's just certain things that, for me, I know, I have got to pull away from before it goes there. Nobody wants to be angry. Nobody wants to relive things in their head that they've been through in life. I don't. I can't say nobody. I know I don't. There's things I don't like to think about. There's things that, I wish hadn't happened. There's things I wish I could undo. Things I wish I could undo that others have done to me. But the fact of the matter is I can't. But what I'm not going to let these things do is control me. I'm not going to let these things determine who I am, how my mood is, how my day goes. Because I'm a strong believer in that it's not, what we go through that makes us who we are. It's how we deal with what we go through and what we do once it's been done. Do we use it as a crutch and as an excuse to lash out at others and say, hey, I did this because of this, or I did this because of that? No, we don't. That's when we failed. We take these things in life that have hurt us or that have, traumatized us, whatever word you want to use for it, and we grow from them. They say it's not how many times you get knocked down. All that matters is that you get up. Well, in life, we're going to get knocked down. People are going to shit on us. People are going to hurt us. People are going to betray us. But what we can't do is let that determine how the rest of our life goes. Like I said, the past few days, they were just kind of, they were off for me. That's the best way I'm going to put it. And I did remove the video I put up. I feel that the people that needed to see it saw it, and that's what's important. And then I pulled it back down because I got a little too involved in that video, man. I put a little too much of myself on the line, which I tell y'all from time to time I'm going to do. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to let y'all know how I feel. Like I said, I don't just show y'all the good parts of my life, man. But I learned, first and foremost, you have to have faith, man. Something bigger than yourself, bigger than whatever the situation is, bigger than what's going on around you. You have to have faith in something, and my faith is in God, and I asked God, broke down and I prayed. I said, God, show me a sign. Send me a sign that this is what, I should be doing. That I'm doing what, you want me to be doing. That I'm where I should be. Show me that, that I matter. Even though I know I matter, with dealing with depression and things that matter, I needed to know. I said, just send me a sign. And he did. And it was powerful, like beyond powerful. Because I wasn't in my right state of mind. I wasn't on anything. I wasn't all messed up on nothing. That I won't never do. I won't never be a drug addict. So don't even think like that. I was just out of my head. And God protected me. Like, He protected me from myself, from potentially getting myself in trouble, from all that. When it was all said and done, I was, unharmed physically. I hadn't gotten myself into any trouble with the police. I hadn't done anything that was undoable. I had done some things I wasn't proud of, but I hadn't done anything that, would be considered going too far. That's the difference in who I am now and who I used to be. The last time I went away to prison, something similar occurred. I lost my cool, and before I could regain composure, I had hurt a lot of people. I had committed a lot of crimes. I was out there. I was hurting, and I just did not care what happened to me. I didn't. This go around, I felt a lot of those same feelings coming back. I remember how I felt, way back when all this initially happened, before I went away. And it was the same darkness. It was the same feeling. This time I was able to snap out of it and look at the beauty. We get so caught up on what's going on, or what our situation is at the time, or what somebody else may have done, somebody else may have said, that we lose sight of everything else around us. We lose sight of how far we've come. We lose sight of the ones we love. We lose sight of just the beauty that we are surrounded by in this world. As I was driving the other day, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew I had to get away and clear my head. And in doing so, it went from being just a gloomy, dreary day to the clouds opened up. The sun was shining. And it was a beautiful sky. And that was the sign I needed. Because I could so vividly remember closing my eyes and being on that rec yard and looking up at those skies, looking up at the clouds, looking up at the sun, and just thinking, damn, it must be good to be on the other side of the fence. Because the guys on the other side of the fence, the women and the children, they see the same clouds I see. They see the same sky, except I'm in here and they're out there. Seeing those clouds reminded me of a time when, I wasn't out here. I wasn't where I am today. Like, I see those same clouds now that I saw while I was locked up. And I've come too far. Way too far to go backwards. I made a promise, and I'm going to keep that promise. I made a promise to myself, to those that love me, those that I love, that they wouldn't have to worry about that again. And I'm going to stand true to that promise. One of the faithful viewers asked me, she said that she deals with the same thing, and that when I figure out how to control it, to let her know. What I come to understand is that we can't let what we have going on around us cause us to realize what we do have. You can be living under a bridge, living in the backseat of your car, a halfway house, a hotel room, wherever you're at in life, you've always got to remember that it could always be worse. And in doing that, we're able to keep control. There are guys that didn't get that opportunity that I got. That didn't take the second to stop and see the beauty. that didn't take a second to stop and think about what they meant to someone else, and what the world would lose if it lost them. I thought of all that. I stopped and I thought about the impact it would have on my children, the people that love me, my wife, my employees, their families, their children. You know, that's where we mess up. We let these events from our past, that whether we like it or not, some we hold on to, it just kind of, it just becomes, another piece of the puzzle of who you are. We let those pieces, sometimes our flaws, show their asses. Like I said, my advice to that person is never forget how far you've come. Never forget your darkest days. Never forget how fast you can go back, and that all it takes is a split second to lose all the progress and all the hard work that you dedicated and put in. I'm good. I'm great, man. I couldn't be better. A little upset with myself, a lot upset with myself, actually. And I'm being pretty hard on myself, emotionally right now. Just because, there's a lot of shame that comes with getting outside your square. But I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed that I woke up this morning free. I woke up this morning healthy. I woke up this morning with a chance to get it right, to do over, to do it again. What happened, me losing my temper and all that, it was a mistake. It wasn't something I chose to do. It wasn't like I went and poured a bowl of milk and added cereal to it. It was a mistake. And our mistakes don't make us who we are. Our mistakes are there to teach us, to guide us, to show us not what to do. It's what we do after the fact that matters. I'm not going to let no one ever, or anything ever, get me out of my square like that again. When it happens, I fail the people around me that trust me, and I fail myself. We've got to know when it's time to walk away, and I know. And I thank you, God. I thank you that you were there for me in my moment of need. I broke down, got on my knees, and I prayed to you. And you sent me the sign. Sometimes I guess we don't see it, we don't catch it, we miss it, but it's always there. And if nothing else, just the fact that, you woke up again today is a sign from God that everything's going to be okay, regardless of what tomorrow brings. It lets you know that you have to live for the moment, make the best of every day, because tomorrow's not promised. I could have wrecked my car out there. I could have got pulled over. So many bad things could have happened, and God protected me. Because He wanted me to know that He had bigger and better plans for me. He wanted me to know that it's okay to be human. We all fall short, all of us. We have to get up. I made this great big scene after everything transpired that didn't make things any better. But it gave me the time to refine myself, man. And I was never lost. I just lost sight for a minute. When I look in the mirror, I see a great man. And I am a great man. I'm going to continue to smile, man. I'm going to continue to help people, lend advice. Some of the stuff I've been ordering to throw my studio together is starting to come in play. So y'all will get to see a different side of me here soon. You know, you might not believe this, but in my earlier years in school, I was like, I don't know if I didn't get enough attention at home or what, but I was a class clown, man. I used to laugh so much and make people laugh. And I want to get back to doing that, man. I want to be the reason that people smile. I want to be part of the reason that I smile. You know, this is a crazy world we live in. And I talk about reshuffling the deck. And I guess that's a metaphor, but when I say that, I mean, you know, I talk about how I was dealt a shitty hand and I reshuffled the deck. By reshuffling the deck, that means I started doing everything I had been taught in life or that I had done in life. I started doing it differently. And that gave me different outcomes. It gave me different views, you know, it gave me a different everything, a different world. And I am a great man. A great father, a great provider, a great boss, a great husband. And I'm human. To sum this up, if you're like me and you have, you know, just this darkness that glooms inside of you sometimes, or this anger that you feel you can't control, step away before it happens and look towards the good. Never ever forget what you've been through, but don't let it make you who you are. Stop focusing on all the bad that you've had in life and take some time to look at the good. That's where the change comes from. When we dwell on the past, we dwell on the things that have happened to us that we can't change, it stays with us, it sticks with us, it becomes a part of our everyday lives. We've got to let it go. Forgive. You can't forget, but you can forgive. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. It's not for the people that hurt you. You have to forgive so that you can open up your heart and let that space and that place that was filled with anger and hate become void so that you can fill it with love, so that you can put something better in there. And that's what I'm doing. I'm good, man. I'm great. I'm happy to be alive. I thank you, God, for giving me yet another opportunity. Like I said, when I look in the mirror, I see a great man. And I'm going to live that man's life to my fullest potential. Once again, man, thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, drop a comment, leave a like, turn that bell on. I'm going to hit enough subs soon that I'll be able to do live feeds. I want y'all to be a part of that. Until next time, man, it's Jay Williams. I'm a high man.